I've been here 2 weeks now, and some observations. I walk a lot, both in Boston and Tokyo, and I've noticed that the driving here is much better. People stop at red lights when they're supposed to stop. In Boston, when the light turns red, usually 2 people go through it. So you have to count the 2. Red light, 1, 2. And here, you don't see that. And they also stop at the line you're supposed to stop at. So if you have a stop sign, people will stop way back where they're supposed to stop to let people cross the street. In Boston, this is the stop sign. People go right there and then stop here, and they'll say, yeah, I stopped. So the level of driving is much better. And when people walk, pedestrians will wait for the light to cross. Even if there's nobody coming, there are no cars, they'll still stop, and the pedestrians will wait for their turn. I saw a guy riding a scooter, and he didn't stop at the stop sign. I think, well, he did, but he stopped in the middle of the crosswalk. The crosswalk was here with the white lines. He stopped right here, and then a policeman happened to be on the corner, gave him a ticket. The policeman came out, drew a line of chalk to indicate that the scooter driver hadn't stopped at the right place. It was amazing. I wish they would do that in Boston. My first day in Boston after living in Miami, I saw a lady riding a scooter. She stopped at the red light. She was dressed in a nice business suit. She stopped at the red light, looked around, and went right through the red light. Never even saw that in Miami. Another observation, it's quiet. People are quiet. You can be in a crowded place, and the noise level is pretty low. So it's kind of nice. Service is great. Just came from Starbucks. Unbelievable service. I mean, they welcome you when you come in. They smile. They'll say hello to everybody. They smile when they give you the coffee. When you leave, they say thank you for coming. Japanese, of course. Just a whole level of service that we don't experience in the United States. And same thing for restaurants. And on top of it, no tips. You don't tip. The service is unbelievably good. You go to the supermarket, the service is unbelievably good too. Generally safe here. It's safe. I don't have to say generally. It's safe. You know, I don't feel like I'm gonna get into some kind of fist fight when I go out like I do in Boston. Don't see crazy people walking around. No aggression. And yeah, just feel good when you go out. You don't feel like you have to watch everything. You know, I went to Starbucks the other day and I put my phone and my bag on the seat, and then I went to get the coffee. It was always in my view, but that's still something I would never do in Boston. I always have everything on me at all times. They had this guy who had road rage. When I came to Japan, it was on the news. It was on the news for about 2 weeks. The victim had a dash cam, so they were able to, show the guy getting out of his car and screaming, and he went in and punched the driver. The guy had a dash cam and a cam inside his car, so they caught everything on tape. And that dude's been on the news for about 2 weeks. They found him, they arrested him. Big news all over Japan. So imagine that. I mean, something like that, national news for 2 weeks. Makes you feel good. The level of safety, high. People are polite. I mean, even little kids. When I was walking down the street, this little kid's umbrella was blocking the sidewalk, but the little kid was very observant, saw that I was coming, moved out of the way. I said arigato, and another little kid said welcome in Japanese. Wow. Nice to see that. But I can see why it's difficult for Americans to go back to the United States. You know, I hear about people coming here to work and they don't want to go back to the United States. Wow. But I can't speak for the whole United States. You know, right now I live in Boston, so compared to Boston, yeah, it's going to be tough to go back. You know, when I do things in Boston, when I buy things in Boston or go to get coffee in Boston, I feel like I, the customer, have to be nice to the person working there in order to get good service. So I'll have to deal with that when I go back. All right, over and out.